Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. I think I'm live. Yeah. If you're popping in to watch me stamp tonight, please comment. Thank you, Lynn. Hello, hello. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Kim Dent. I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri. I'm an independent Stampin Up demonstrator, and I have shared my love of card making and stamping for over 20 years. So thank you. Thanks, everyone. Hello, Mom. Hello, Nan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Hey, Sandy. How are you? Hello, Jan Foss. Go Cardinals. Hello, Mr. Dent. Thanks for tuning in. Well, hello, my dear niece, Evan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I think you're going to like the cards that I make tonight, Evan. Hello, Gail. Well, I think we've got a handful of people tuning in tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. But if you still are joining us, please comment so that I know that you're here. I try to watch the comments. Hello, Valerie, to see who's watching live. It's fun because I love it. Live is just a way for me to stay connected to all of you and for us to connect with each other. So if tonight you have questions, or if you're not sure about something that I'm doing, please write it in the comments, because if the audience, my friends, can't answer the question, I'll make sure to, I always go through all the comments after each live. Hello, Deb and everyone. Yeah, that's so sweet of you. Well, hello, Joyce. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Okay, well, every week I ask all of my friends to like, comment, and share. And the reason that I do that, it's just helped me grow my business. I started doing Facebook Lives almost at the beginning of the pandemic, and I've continued to do them, even though I've gone back to in-person classes, which is how I ran my business for 19 years, I guess, in-person classes. But then when COVID hit, I still wanted to try to stay connected in some way. And so Facebook was the way to do it, Facebook Lives. And then just recently, I've started a YouTube channel. So please tell your friends about my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. That helps me. It helps grow my customer base, and also eventually my goal is that we'll get to do more things over at YouTube than we are here at Facebook. Facebook can sometimes be glitchy, although I'm not complaining. Lately, the past couple months, it's been so smooth, which I'm so thankful for. For those of you who know me, you know that I am not a techie, computer-wise person. So lately, it's all gone pretty well, but YouTube offers a couple more things that I want to share with all of you, and the way that I get to do that is if my subscribers grow. So please tell your friends about Stamping with Kim Dent over on YouTube. So every week, after I ask you all to like, comment, and share here, I do a drawing, and each week I give away the 2 cards that I made the previous week, as well as a little prize, a little thank you gift from me for doing that. So this last week's cards, oh, I love them. This one is artistically inked with the beautiful paper, and I used the dies. And this one came, the inspiration came from the front of the catalog. So if you look on the very front of this year's catalog, you'll see a card that looks very similar to this one. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Paula. I saw a couple other names go past. Mary Teal. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. So this was one card that we made last week. And then this one, which, pretty pumpkins. with the with the beautiful gold foil paper. Sandy, oh, thanks for tuning in all the way from Waco, Texas tonight. I colored this set of pumpkins as well as the vine above with blends, Mossy Meadow and pumpkin pie, and I think a little bit of cinnamon cider. And then I used some new embellishments, which are so pretty. They're in the, I think they're in the annual catalog. Thanks, thank you everyone. Okay, so these two cards as well as a roll of, this is Fresh, I'm looking for the name, Fresh Freesia Open Weave Ribbon. Oh my goodness. Are you there everyone? I just lost you after I talked about everyone, about not having any glitches. My screen just went blank. I think I'm still here. Thanks, yeah, thank you, I think I am. So Fresh Freesia Open Weave Ribbon, I love it. I love the color, I love the softness of it. It ties amazing bows. It comes in all of the in colors, the new in colors. So there you get a peek at it. So, thanks everyone. I don't know what happened. I think it was because I made that comment about not having any glitches for the past couple months. Okay, so the winner, drum roll. I'm afraid to tap or do anything. Drum roll. The winner of this week's drawing is Cheryl Spencer. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Cheryl. Thanks, and thanks to all of you who liked, comment, and shared. Oh, and invited your friends. So I know, oh my goodness, Shirley English down in Peevely, she gets a prize because she is constantly inviting all friends, crafty friends from all over to join my Facebook group. So I haven't seen her go by yet or her comment yet, but I'm sure she'll tune in. Yeah, okay, and then for those of you who popped in yesterday or saw the my Facebook post, yesterday was officially World Card Making Day. And for those of you who have been with me for at least a year doing the Facebook Lives, I did, last year during COVID, I did a whole day of card demonstrations, which was fun. It was fun. I did them all day long on World Card Making Days, and I know some of my customers were stamping along with me, so that was a lot of fun. This year, when I found out, oh, hi, Shirley. When I found out about World Card Making Day, it's always around, I guess, the first Saturday of the month. I had already made plans to go dress shopping for my dress for Kelly's wedding. So I did not want to cancel. Her life is busy right now, and my life is busy. So instead, and it was a successful day. I got a dress rehearsal dress. I got a dress for the wedding, which I think I'm going to keep. I might order one online that I tried on at Macy's, but they didn't have my size. So, but I did come home with 3 dresses. So one for the shower, which is in a couple weeks, one for the dress rehearsal, and one for the wedding. So I feel pretty good. It was a good day, and like I said, it was fun to spend it with Kelly, and so I didn't do World Card Making Day, but instead I did post that it was World Card Making Day, and then I asked all of you, if you had been stamping, if you would be so kind to share your card creations with me. And for every card creation that you created, that you posted, or had my help posting, I entered your name into a drawing for a $20 gift certificate. And as you can see, whoop, it's the name, the recipient, is not known to us yet. But I did I've got my name, my handy dandy name here, our drawing name for the drawing, a slip of paper with somebody's name on it. And let's see who it is. Drum roll, big drums. Boo. It is Barb Blacksher. So she is the winner of the $20 gift certificate. So thanks to all of you who were so sweet to share pictures of the cards that you have been making and posting sweet comments and likes and hearts. I greatly appreciate it. It was a fun day. And hopefully next World Card Making Day we'll have, maybe we'll stamp together on World Card Making Day, or maybe we'll do it on a Facebook Live or a YouTube video. So thanks everyone, and congrats to Barb. So let's see, I've talked so much, I haven't connected my laptop yet, so talk amongst yourselves for just a second. Hold your breath as I do this. Okay, here we go. Oh, and it's not, come on. Oh, here we go. It's working. All right, looks very dark. I did that for a reason, because I added an extra light next to me. I'm hoping, even though I look a little in the shadows right now, you'll be able to see me stamping the cards a little bit better. So hold on just a second. I'm gonna slowly move my laptop out of the way, because I'm afraid I hope it doesn't disconnect. So far so good, girls. Okay. All right, 2 cards we're gonna make. You're gonna be amazed at how easy they are. One is embossing. I was definitely in an embossing mood this afternoon. I had all sorts of embossing, heat embossing though. Heat embossing, which I haven't done a whole lot of lately. So anyway, so I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna turn my camera around, and I'm gonna flick on some lights, so hopefully it's brighter. And hold on just one second. It's always funny to see myself upside down. All right, okay. There's my host code. I always forget to say this too. So if you're placing an order of $149.99 or less, please use this host code, MCYPE4CA. You can place your orders online at my online store, kimdent.stampinup.net. Or you're always welcome to give me a call or send me a text or email me. And if you would like me to place your orders for you, I'm always happy to do that. So, but if you go online, if your order is $150 or more, you do not want to use this code because you'll receive the Stampin' Rewards. So that is something I always forget. I call my mom right after this, and after I sign off with all of you, and every once in a while she'll say to me, Kim, you forgot to do that code thing. So I remember tonight, Mom. All right, the first card that we're gonna make is so easy to do. It's very elegant. And I hope the camera picks up how sweet this card is. Oh yeah, there you can see it. So this is done with the stamp set Wild Roses. It's a background stamp. It's actually, did I say stamp set? One stamp. It's a claying stamp, Wild Roses. This is it. I got it a long time ago and always thought that I needed to like sponge color or stamp it in one color. This would make a beautiful summertime card. You could add color with like our brushes or sponges, our little sponge daubers all over, and make this multiple colors if you want it. But I saw this idea on Pinterest and I just modified it a bit, and it is black cardstock and it's embossed with clear embossing powder. There's a little bit, this is a new silver foil sheet that's in the mini catalog, and it's black on black. And then on the inside, you can tell who this is gonna go to. this is congratulations. This is from the stamp set, which I'm so glad that I have. This is from, the congratulations is from the stamp set A Grand Kid. I do not have grandchildren as of yet, but I have friends that do. But really, look, this is thinking outside the box, girls. So this congratulations, you can use for so many different things, not just grandkids. Or let's see, it says, happy birthday, so proud of you. We must be related. That could be, you know, for inside any type of relatives cards. You know, a funny one, I'm thinking. And how about this? You are so loved. No amount of money could ever show how much I love you. See, I should give that to Rick Dent. And then the other ones, oh, but here's some anyway. That would be like you would put money in the card. To an amazing grandson, to an extraordinary granddaughter. So smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful. So see, that could be, besides, you don't have to be a grandma to be giving this to a grandchild. So think outside the box, girls. When you see stamp sets, you know, ordinarily I would have passed right on by a grandkid because I don't have one. But a very wise demonstrator taught me this trick that you really need to look inside, especially when it's words, and think, I could use that. There's a lot of stamps in here that are perfect for other people beside grandkids. So that's my little tip on this, which I hope you can see. I did that a little differently. This is very popular right now, and I'm going to tell you about it in a little bit. But I hope you like this. So yes, this is, don't tell her, I don't think she's watching. This will go toward, this will go to Miss Kelly and Mike, her fiance. And I'm not sure if I'll do it for a shower. Their colors are black and like burgundy. So that's why, but isn't it, I just think it's so elegant. So elegant. Give me a thumbs up or a like if you like this elegant card. I'm going to use the stamp. Oh, and here's the other one. The words for the inside, wishing you a long life together with filled with love and promise. That's from the stamp set Forever Blossoms. And it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me set these to the side. Boom. And I'm going to pull out my kit. I almost forgot this. Okay, the card kit is basic black cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. The next layer, oh, this is beautiful. See, I don't know if it's gonna do a crazy reflection thing. This is silver metallic foil, and it's in the mini catalog, which I'll show you in a little bit. But there are three. They're all silver, but one is like brushed. One kind of has a texture, and one is, I can't remember what the other one. But I've got it in marked. I'm going to show you in the mini catalog. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. The inside piece is 3 3/4 by 5, white. The outside piece that we're going to emboss on is 3 3/4 by 5. And then this skinny little piece, which really is just a scrap of, it's basic black, and I used 1 by 3 1/2, but as you can see, and I guess it would depend on what words you would use, but 1 by 3 1/2 is a good size for the congratulations. So there you go. All right, the first thing I'm gonna bring out is, dun, 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 the Stamparatus. And I hope all of you got a picture of this, because I know you are appreciating if you get a screenshot of this. So the Wild Rose stamp, background stamp, I've placed on my Stamparatus. It's a very large stamp, so I wanted to make sure that when I stamped it, that I was going to get the whole image. And so that Stamparatus, Cheryl Spencer, who won the door prize, she told me she hardly ever uses acrylic blocks anymore. She always uses her Stamparatus for almost everything. So I was like, you go, Cheryl, that's the way to do it. I'm prone to grab a acrylic block, but anything big like this, or if I'm doing multiples, my Stamparatus comes out. So I'm gonna place, oh no, let's see. First, I'm gonna take, I've got my handy dandy embossing buddy here, and you've heard me say it a bunch of times. I love this thing. I don't know why Stampin' Up is not selling it, but you can find it at Amazon or online at any of the big box craft stores. So don't forget to use your embossing buddy. Oh, and I heard another demonstrator today say dryer sheets. Some people prefer use dryer sheets for this same idea that I use the embossing buddy. Some people think that it needs to be a brand new dryer sheet. So try that. If you don't have an embossing buddy, but you love to emboss and you don't have one of these, you're going to, let me know if you try using a dryer sheet. Oh, do you, oh, there you go. For those of you who don't have a Stamparatus and you make multiples of Christmas cards, oh my goodness. Okay, what I'm doing now, and I want to show you this because this is a tip, and I always like to share tips. I'm taking, this is a stamp case. Let's see if I get it in the screen here. Hold my camera a little bit. My case is underneath that, and the reason that I did that, it makes it so much easier to stamp, especially when you're using, to ink up your stamp, I should say, because it lays flat instead of like on an angle. So I always use a stamp case underneath. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I've got this all inked up. And now I'm gonna move this back a little bit so you can see me. All right, as you can see, I've only got one of my magnets here on the very tippy corner. And that's because I want the whole image. Now another tip for this is I could have made this like a larger sheet, like a quarter sheet, and then cut it down after I embossed. But for right now, did I do that correctly? Yeah. Right now, we're just gonna go with it. Actually, I'm gonna slide that magnet out of the way right now. Okay. And I'm gonna make sure, oh, Valerie's watching. Valerie Zimmerman shared a fantastic tip, and I haven't done it yet, but if you have arthritis, which I do in my hands, Valerie heard that you can take, the eraser from a dry erase, if you have, like, go to Office Depot and get the dry erase board erasers, and then the idea behind it is, here's my remote, pretend this is a dry erase eraser. You would take this and rub it, and it's a lot easier on your hands, especially if you're making multiples of them. It is, it's a great way to save on the joints, the achy joints. Okay, I can kind of see, I kind of didn't press right there. Okay, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And I'm gonna bring in clear embossing powder. So it's in the very back if you're wondering where you find the embossing powder. And I am just, and you need a big container like this, especially when you're working with, not big, but like your recyclable things, hang on to them because they make great embossing powder containers. There you go. Okay, see, that's how it looks before you heat it up. And what we're gonna do, if you're new to this, is we are going to, I'm gonna start my heat gun, and you always wanna get it warmed up. Our heat tool, this is a heat tool, girls. We sell them, they're in the back of the catalog. I'm gonna set my take your pick tool, the pointy end, down just so it stays down. And I hope you can hear me. The trick to this is that when you when you go to melt whatever kind of, whatever color it is, whether it's clear or gold or silver or copper, white, the trick is that you want to make sure every single bit of it is melted. If it's not melted, and it's easy with this particular, the clear, the white powder on the black cardstock, because you can see it melting really easily. But other colors, sometimes it's hard, or if you don't have good lighting. I think, though, for my friends who do not like to emboss, that is the frustration. They don't, you know, they'll say, it doesn't work, Kim, and I'm like, you just have to be patient and make sure that all the powder is completely melted. So, I think I did it. Isn't that pretty? It almost looks like velvet to me. Let me pull that down a little. Do you love it? I do. It just is just enough and looks so fancy to me. Hello, Miss Vicky. How are you tonight? And thanks, Valerie, for sharing that tip with me. I just need to get to Office Depot to buy one. Okay. This layer, I'm going to let it cool for just a second, is going to go on top of the 4 by 5 1/4 silver foil. And let me see, while it's cooling, just has to cool off just a smidge. I want to show you where you can find the pretty, we have a different colors of foil, but I marked it in here. See if this is it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's on page 23. It says Silver Foil Specialty Pack. It's $10. You get 3 sheets of 12 by 12. One is brushed, one is matte, and one is mirrored foil finish. And I believe the one that I'm using is the mirrored one. And you really can't tell how gorgeous it is unless you see it up in person, but so pretty. So very pretty. So there it is, mini catalog, page 23. And this is ready. Just need to get my Stampin Seal. And I also, I want to share a little tip with you. Really, I wish I would have die cut, used a die, and cut out the center of this, because really we only need this for the very edges. And so we are kind of wasting the middle. So next time, have your, some shape dies that you can use, stitch rectangle, or, and cut out the center before you glue. That's a tip. To do as I say, not as I do. All right, that goes on there. Press. This goes on to the basic black, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. The silver foil, like when I looked at it, it almost kind of gives off a, I know it's silver, it kind of gives off a purple cast to it, but maybe it's because it's close to the black. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my stamp for the inside. And I'm going to save the last little tip for the end. Wishing you a long life together filled with love and promise. Oh, so beautiful. Cover that up. I had some inky fingers today, girls. You'll know why when I do the next card. There we go. I'm thinking, no, Brenda, but if you try it, let me know. Okay, there's our inside. Oops, and it's a little crooked. That's going to make me crazy. Ah! Oh, it's too late, girls. Oh, Well, boo. It's a little crookedy. Ugh. All right, here's my last new tip. We're gonna emboss on this 1 by 3.5 piece of little scrap of paper, and we're gonna use congratulations, and we're gonna use white embossing powder. So I'm gonna take again my embossing buddy. I'm gonna bring back in the Versamark. Versamark, for those of you who are new, it is the ink or glue that attaches to the embossing powder and keeps it in place while you get ready to emboss it before you emboss with the heat tool. So give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you love to emboss or you dislike embossing, heat embossing. Oh, look at that. Lots of thumbs up and hearts. I think it's magical. My A looks a little funny on that. All right. This technique is kind of new to the Stampin' scene, and I think you can probably see it. I was so intimidated by this technique. I was like, I cannot do it. And then I think it was, if you know Jackie Bullhoist, she's Klompin' Stamper. I watched one of her videos and she was like, you just kind of zigzag. So you get your paper snips. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. It is so easy, girls. It does not have to be perfect. You don't want to go, just like when you're cutting out images, you don't want to go right, to it, because you just want to leave that little, the idea is that it looks like it's got a little layer around it. I love it. I'm so excited because I'm serious. Like, I did not think, I thought, how did they do that and make it look so good? It's just as simple as taking your scissors. Good, I would say definitely tiny scissors. Like, don't be using your sewing scissors, your big scissors. You got to have a tiny scissor, especially if you're cutting out little words like this. And one last little snip. See how quick that was? And it's so cute. All right, I definitely need, oh my goodness, did I put them in here? Oh, here they are. So I'm going to use my minis, my mini Stampin' Dimensionals for this. And I'm going to show you something else she does. She plucks them like this. Let's see. So I want it to stand up really nice. I love this. Look how easy. So here's another new tip from Kim Dent. Not passed on by a very wonderful demonstrator, Jackie Bullhoist. I think she lives in Idaho. I'm not positive. I don't know if I can get one. Me too, Brenda. Usually, I'm always heat embossing at Christmas time, but every once in a while. But I just I had it out for this card, and then you'll see I used it on the next card, the heat embossing, and it is not a Christmas card. And like always, I have to use how many? Count the dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's definitely easier. I think it's going quicker. All right. thank you. You're very welcome, Brenda. Right, I'm gonna set that right there in the corner. Another wedding card ready to go. Except for the crickety inside, which I'm gonna have to do something because it makes me crazy. And the Stampin Seal, let's see what I've got here. Is it Stampin? This is Stampin Seal Plus. It is a very, very strong adhesive. And so, yeah, it's kind of like I should have paid more attention because I put a bunch on. Once it's down, it's down. The other tip I want to share with you is when you heat emboss a whole image like this, oops, minus the little dimensional, you always want to use extra adhesive, whether it's your what am I looking for? Snail adhesive or Stampin Seal or glue. Because we've embossed so much of this, it has a tendency to like it could ripple the cardstock. So that's why you saw me use extra on that. And then I just went a little too crazy on this one. But anyway, outside, I hope you like it. Thank you. Thanks. It really, I can see it on the camera, but I really think in person it's even prettier. So maybe I'll try to bring these to class. If you're coming to class on this coming Friday or Saturday, maybe I'll try to remember to bring it so you can see it in person. All right, the next card, I'm gonna branch out and do another sweet little technique. Here's the next one. Do you love it? It's definitely fall. Oh, thanks, Gail. Yes, I have plenty. I never run out of dimensionals. Except, you know what? I had UPS delivered a humongous box this week, and the bottom was busted. And I can tell, I haven't opened it up yet. I can tell, guess what is falling out? I usually order about 10 packs of dimensionals for our classes. And I have a feeling not all 10 are gonna be there because the side seam on it was busted all the way out. Boo. But no, I never run out of dimensionals. All right, this card is made, hold on, with one stamp set that is in the mini catalog. It's called Welcoming Woods. In my very first pre-order, when the demonstrators are able to order things early, this was one of the first ones that I got. I don't know why. Because at that point we had not seen cards like on Pinterest. I just saw it in the catalog. I like the words. That's probably one of the things. The snowflakes are adorable too. It's got 11. So this tree, that's one medium size. And then thank you for your kindness. Hello, friend. Celebrate. Every season brings its own wonder. This beautiful script, happy birthday, which I'm using. Good luck on your new adventure. Best wishes. Some leaves, snowflakes, and I don't know if this is like a reflection. I couldn't quite figure it out, and I haven't done enough detective work to see anybody use this, but I think this is like to go down here maybe for a reflection look, maybe. So, oh, and I can see the glare. Thanks, Shirley. Thank you, everyone. Oh, good. Yeah, so I'm using it tonight for the first time, and I have a feeling I'm going to definitely be using it for some Christmas cards because I've seen this done kind of the same way I'm doing it tonight, only in blues and silvers. So keep that in mind. And then the snowflakes instead of the leaves. Every season brings its own wonder. See, that's so very easy to do. It's I'm gonna use the kit is moss. There we go. Mossy Meadow, 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to use for the outside that I'm going to stamp and color blend on 3 3/4 by 5 white. That's basic white. I also, after I messed with it for a long time, I decided I thought like for this piece right here and for the inside I wanted very vanilla. So the white, when I was embossing it with Happy Birthday, it was too stark. I tried a whole bunch of different things. And once again, here we go. Here's some gold foil. Should have cut something out of the middle because we're just covering it up. 4 by 5 1/4. Ah, that silly little card. Oh, I know, because I haven't used this card is popping up. It's because I haven't used my bone folder on it. So 2 pieces, and then we've got one tiny little piece that's 5/8 of an inch by 2 3/4. I want you to know this. You're going to cut it this long, but then punch it afterwards. So I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it's 5/8 by 2 3/4. Then you're going to put it in the the punch that we're using. And then this one is, oh, it lost its little tag. This is 3/4 by 3, and then punch it, and it's Mossy Meadow. So take a screenshot, and you're gonna laugh when you see there's 42 colors of inks that I'm using for the color blending, but it's well worth it because it is so pretty. Okay, Pierce Matte. This is a what do we call these? Grid paper for the Stamparatus, but works out nicely. And I've always got these by my side, so I always say, oh, grab a piece of scrap paper. And I'm only doing that because you're gonna see me go off of the cardstock. So here we go, don't laugh. The color that we're gonna use on the trees is Early Espresso. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Thanksgiving cards, watch this. Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow. There's more. Calypso Coral, Cajun Craze, Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue. I don't know that I've ever used this many colors of ink for one little card. But you're gonna love it. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna just start. Okay, I'm using our amazing blending brushes. These are, some people think they're sponges. They're actually like fine, I'm sure you can see that, bristles. So amazing. I would love to have one for every color, but I don't. So you can use these, like you'll see me use these on 2 kind of shades of the same kind. But then like on this one, before tonight, I can't remember what color, I think it was yellows. I rinsed it out. The only thing is when you use these, they have to be completely dry before you reuse them. Otherwise, it messes up, like you'll see with the color blending. It makes it spotted. Okay, so make sure you can rinse them out. You don't need all 50 colors, but you definitely need to make sure that it's completely dry before you use it on the next card, if you're rinsing out and using another color. So I like to hold mine like this to get some even pressure. And let's see, I kind of turned it like this. Oh, here's a tip. Always start off and then work towards. And the reason you do that, there you kind of see. It is, here we go. We're gonna work with it because I'm going over with a lot of colors. So that's Balmy Blue. Then I'm gonna go straight to Misty Moonlight. So I started kind of 3/4 of the way up. Try to start, remember, off on your grid paper and blend. So you can make this as dark or light as you want it. This one looks like it's gonna be a little bit darker, but yeah, so each little card's gonna be a little different because, and you can see I'm blending the colors together. Okay, those are my blue tones. Close this up. The next color I'm gonna go to is Mango Melody. Oh yeah, Mango Melody is next. And I've got one of these that is, there's my orangey one. Set this to the side, dip it in, swirl it around. So what this, doing this off the paper, that helps you avoid like blobs, I call them, little blobs. I'm gonna go into a little bit of pumpkin pie. Uh-oh. Start off. So this is called, oh girls. Ah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, I can't talk and stamp. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can blend it. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. For those of you who are on TikTok. Ah! Well, it's live, it's real. I think there's, looks kind of like there's a fire in the forest. Ah. All right, next one, we're gonna do Calypso Coral. Start off, Kim, don't talk. Oh my goodness. Well, and then we're gonna go straight into, that's a mound of dirt, good for you, thank you. There, I think it's a little red fox that's running through the woods. Oh, okay, last orangey one, Cajun Craze. Don't talk, go off. Isn't it fun? It's kind of like coloring for me. It's kind of therapeutic. Wait a little bit more. It's a fox. Yeah, you're right. Maybe. Oh. And then we're gonna go into Old Olive. Here's a green one. And I decided it was fall. So originally I had like this green, the green tones. And then I decided, oh, more fall-y. I don't think it would be very green. Unless it's moss. I guess it could be moss on the ground. Here's some Mossy Meadow. This is really deep. Make it a mousse. That's a good idea. I just have to do that, Mary. Okay, so when you're doing this, you know, I like it obviously to be more rich with color, thick with color. Not that much though. But you can make it light. I've seen this technique used in all different beautiful color combinations. Here's the one I use for brown. Hourly espresso. Just a smidge at the bottom of this. And blues, oranges, purples. So this makes beautiful, this technique is beautiful for scenery. And it's very fun because it comes out a little different every time. Okay, the next thing, I'm gonna try to ignore that. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in my little, oh, I need the early espresso. Put these stamp or ink pads out of the way. Oh, and I do need them. Okay, we're gonna bring in early espresso, and it's a big stamp, photopolymer. That's why I put the Pierce mat underneath. Make sure it's all inked up. We have to stamp it twice. Let's see. give it a nice hard push. This would be another one, you know, like the Stamparatus, these larger stamps. Just Stamparatus calls their names, but I decided to use the big block. There's that. And let's see. Oh, there's the fox. Do you all see the fox? So running so fast. Okay, the next thing, there is a leaf stamp. And I'm going to use, I think I use Cajun Craze and Pumpkin Pie. This is kind of like, this was the other thing. I thought, oh, it's got to line up perfectly. No, it doesn't. It's kind of a, what do you call it? What kind of stamps is this? You know. There's my Cajun Craze, and you can see I'm kind of twisting this and putting it in different positions. And then I'm going to clean it off. Oh, thank you. That was the idea I had, not my own. Yeah, kind of looks like a sunset. Oh, yeah. Oh, with the, oh, I see, with this. Thanks, girls. I feel better. Does kind of look like a little sunset. See, Cajun Craze and Pumpkin Pie. Cleaned it off, and so they're kind of, they're there. It is a distinctive stamp set. So it looks like within the, especially the tree, the trunks, that it looks like, I put some down here on the bottom, you know, it looks like almost like a photo. I'm gonna put some leaves down here on the ground. I think it needs more than that, but there we go. All right, well, thanks. Thank you. How about that? All right. The next thing, I'm going to take the Stampin Seal. I'm going to put it on top of the gold foil, 4 by 5 1/4. And this layer goes on top of the Mossy Meadow. I love Mossy Meadow. I think, well, especially for this time of the year. Oh, get the bone folder. So I scored it, but I didn't use the bone folder on it to give it a clean, and that's why it was kind of puffing up like that. Wasn't creased really well. For this time of year especially, like in the spring and summer, you'll see me use more of like Granny Apple Green and Pear Pizzazz. But for this time of year, I love Mossy Meadow and Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. But this one we've had around for a while. All right, the little pieces, I'm going to show you what I did, but I actually have one ready here. Let's see, I used this, one of the amazing punches you get, either like a banner or a pointy arrow end. It's got 3 different sizes on each of the choices. And oh my goodness, where is it? I need those 2 little pieces. Does anybody see them? Oh, here they are. It slid back underneath my TV. All right. I want to show you what I did, but I actually have one done already, and I can tell I've been gabbing a long time. So this is 3/4 of an inch. I slide it back very carefully till I can see it. Do y'all see that right there? And punch. Pull it out. And then for this one, this is the 5/8 one. Did the same thing, just because I wanted to have, I thought it needed something, a little layer. Now this one is skinnier, so you have to hang on to it tight. It doesn't fit exactly in that channel. There we go. Now, so now you know how I made these, but I actually have one here someplace. Where are you, little finished one? Oh my goodness. It's gonna pop out, you know, as soon as I'm done here. Here it is. Nope, that's not it either. Well, there we go. Let's do one really quick. Use your embossing buddy. Grab your happy birthday stamp. Oh no, that's celebrate. Grab happy birthday. And the Versamark. Oh, there's too much stuff here, girls. Oh, it's over here. Grab the Versamark. Thanks, girls. Oh, you're a sucker for landscapes. Aw. I can see why. This one, isn't it fun? And it's so easy to do. Okay, I gotta be really careful. I wanna get it straight. Then I'm going to use gold embossing powder. This is the one that you see me use a lot at Christmas cards. Of course, look what I just found. Oh, just found it. I got a bonus one. I knew that would happen. Okay, gold embossing powder. It's in the back of the catalog. I love it. Oh, try to emboss the right side, Kim. Oh my goodness, girls. Okay, there it is. You can see it's kind of puffy and powdery. I need to get the heat gun on it. Start the heat gun up and it heats up pretty fast. Hang on to it with the, take your pick tool. The other tip I want to give all of you is the other thing for if you haven't embossed, heat embossed a lot, you've got to watch it because, pay attention, because there's two ways it can go wrong. One is if you don't melt it enough. The other one is if you melt it too much. And if you melt it too much, what happens is this just soaks into the cardstock. It would look like a big blob kind of, because it melts completely into the cardstock. You lose the effect of the embossing powder. So that's my other tip. All right, we're gluing this down to our little banner. So adorable. Then I'm going to share with you one of my favorite, since I love to bejewel things. These are regular rhinestone jewels that are in the back of the catalog, and you can take, this is my dark Mossy Meadow blend, and I'm going to color 3 of them and turn them Mossy Meadow. How fun is that? So you can, if you have your blends, you can make regular rhinestones coordinate with whatever color you're using on your cards. So there's so much more when you get your blends. It's so much more than just coloring, especially because you can color, it's an alcohol marker. It will stick to just about anything. And then this goes up on dimensionals, and I can see my little ones are right here, so I'm going to use them again, even though the big ones would fit. And I'll show you what I did on the inside of the card. Oh, pop them off. Also, that, you know, that stamp set we used last month in class, that Nature's Beauty, that does have the adorable little fox, you know, those animals look great, like, especially like the smaller ones, stamped and then cut out and layered in front of the woods. There we go. Dun da da da, with the sunset and everything. Here's my sample. You can see, definitely a little different. Let me move this out of the way. So on the inside on my sample, I did some more leaves. I put Celebrate because it was part of the stamp set, and some more little leaves just to tie it all in. So I hope, let me flip this around. Let me turn this off. There we go. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Oh, thanks, Paula. I hope you love the 2 cards. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. I love making them for you. If you are in the St. Louis area, I do have classes this coming weekend, and I do have a few spots available. I have a few spots available on Saturday from 1 to 4, as well as on Friday night, which begins at 6 p.m. and goes to 9 p.m. So if you're interested or you have questions or you want to know how it works, the first time, if you've never been to one of my classes, is absolutely free, and I gift you a annual catalog as well as a mini catalog or any other catalog that we have going on for the time. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful week. God's blessings. Bye-bye.